from JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, April the 19th, 2017. An Israeli man was lightly injured this morning in a deliberate car-ramming terror attack in the West Bank. A Palestinian driver drove into the man who apparently had just gotten off a bus near the Gush Etzion junction. IDF troops who were in the area shot the terrorist, critically wounding him. He was evacuated to Shaarei Tzedek Medical Center in Jerusalem, where he died a short time later. The victim, who was hit by the vehicle, was said to be around 60 years old. He was also taken to Shaarei Tzedek for treatment for a wound to his head. Israeli President Rivlin met today with Christian leaders to mark the recent observance of Easter. Rivlin visited the Latin Patriarchate in Jerusalem's Old City, where he met with the Apostolic Administrator of the Patriarchate, Archbishop Pier Battista Pizzaballa, and Greek Orthodox Patriarch Theophilus III, where he referred to the terror attacks in Egypt against two Coptic churches that took place on Palm Sunday. Rivlin said, "I say to you here, our Christian brothers of Jerusalem, our thoughts are with you at this difficult time." He told the leaders that Israel will stand firm to protect your freedom of worship, your security, and the security of your holy sites. The Jewish community of Madrid, Spain, expressed its outrage over an event held by the city's deputy mayor honoring Palestinian terrorists. Mauricio Valiente hosted the International Day of Palestinian Prisoners on Monday at the main municipal space in the Spanish capital. Those honored included members of terror group Hamas, who are imprisoned in Israel. The Jewish community in Madrid said it views with alarm and consternation the use of public resources in support of, quote, prisoners, many of whom are imprisoned and convicted in a viable and consolidated democracy of bloody acts of terrorism. They also referred to promoters of the boycott against Israel at the event, saying the boycott is tantamount to supporting hatred and the destruction of the only Jewish country in the world and its inhabitants. With the approach of Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day, Israel's state comptroller released his findings about the state of Holocaust survivors living in Israel today. Yosef Shapira found a number of major failures in the treatment of survivors and warned that time is running out. He said the state should continue to make improvements and therefore the government should continue to strive to solve the existential distress of all needy elderly in the country, including Holocaust survivors. He said the survivors who experienced the events of the Holocaust are entitled to live the rest of their lives with dignity and to receive the recognition they deserve. Yom HaShoah is observed this Sunday night into Monday, April the 23rd through the 24th. Israel's Ministry of Sport and Culture published the full list today of honorees who will light torches at this year's Independence Day at Mount Herzl in Jerusalem. They include, for the first time, a non-citizen of Israel. As we reported to you last week, though it was unofficial at the time, that person is Rabbi Marvin Heyer, dean and founder of the Simon Wiesenthal Center. Other honorees include beloved Israeli singer Yoram Gaon, Arab-Israeli Dr. Ahmed Eid, who is head of the Department of General Surgery at Hadassah Medical Center, and chairman of Birthright Taglit, Michael Steinhardt, among others. Minister of Sports and Culture Miri Regev said on the 69th Independence Day, the State of Israel salutes Jerusalem, our eternal capital. The torchlight ceremony, she said, will mark the anniversary of the liberation and unification of the city. Each one of the torch bearers will tell the story of Jerusalem from a personal and special perspective. She said all of them are lovers of Jerusalem who, through their actions and spirit, contribute to the building, prosperity, and beauty of Jerusalem. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, April the 19th. At 7 o'clock, it's more of our coverage of the AIPAC National Policy Conference with congressional leaders. Then at 9, Mark Golub sits down with author Abigail Pogrebin, who discusses what she learned about Judaism during her year-long journey observing all 18 holidays on the Jewish calendar. That's on tonight's L'Chaim. At 10, remarks from Robi Damelin, who lost a son serving in the IDF. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, April the 19th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.